Start your lecture.
Yes,
Start your lecture.
Okay. Okay, good morning, students, and welcome back to state level lecture. And I am Shilpa Chhatraban with our topic Introduction to Microbiology. In our previous lectures, we have studied about landfilling feeds and how the degradable waste being accumulated in urban areas is used for this purpose that we have seen in the previous lecture. How the large pits are dug in open places, open spaces, and they are far away from the residential area, and those pits are lined with plastic sheets that we have seen, and how the precaution is taken against pollution of soil due to leaching of toxic and harmful materials that we have seen in our previous lectures, and how the waste is compressed and dumped in the pits, and how it is covered with layers of soil, sawdust, leafy waste, and specific biochemicals, bioreactors, and how the microbes present in soil, and how the other top layers decompose the waste that we have seen, and how the pit is sealed with soil slurry, and how the best compost is formed after few days that we have seen in our previous lectures. Now, today we will study about wastewater management, wastewater and microbial inoculants. How the how the garbage vans are means that they have a compressed machine in it. Now in municipalities and gram panchayats, there is a facility of decreasing the volume of garbage by compaction in those vans. So in the picture you can see that how the garbage it is compressed, and it is the size is made small, and space is made for other garbage. Okay, so now today we will see how the wastewater management takes place. So wastewater is generated from kitchens, bathrooms, toilets, offices, industries, hospitals, and other places. Okay, so wastewater is released from all these areas: houses, offices, industries, hospitals, and other places. So, do microorganisms help in disposal of this waste? So, you might have have a question in your mind that how microorganisms can dispose the waste. So, sewage, the wastewater it is called as sewage. So, sewage is a complex mixture. Means, what does the sewage contain? Sewage, it contains suspended solids, organic impurities, inorganic impurities, nutrients, and microbes and disease causing bacteria. All it is included in sewage. Means a sewage contains all these all these point means suspended solids, organic impurities, inorganic impurities, nutrients, and disease causing bacteria that is uh, in the sewage. Okay, so in organic impurities, what are the organic impurities? The organic impurities are oil, fruit and vegetable waste, herbicides, pesticides, human feces, urea, and animal waste. Means what does a sewage contain? means sewage also contains organic impurities, that the picture you are looking in, that are oil. It contains oil. Sewage contains organic impurities like oil. Oil is means used for preparing vegetables. After when they wash the utensils, the oil it goes uh, through the pipelines in sewage only. Whenever fruits are cut, so the fruits and means the coverings and all the waste material after eating the fruit, that is also called as organic impurities. Now in farming, herbicides are used, pesticides are used. Human feces also is it is a organic impurity, and the urea it is used in farming, and animal waste. So that is organic impurities. So there are also inorganic impurities. Inorganic impurities like nitrates, phosphates, metals, and in metals, which metals? Arsenic, cadmium, lead, mercury, and silver. These are the metals which get into the sewage. Okay, so nitrates means it is used in farming. Phosphate it is also used in farming. So it gets mixed up with the sewage, and these are called as inorganic impurities. Now microbes which cause means disease causing bacteria like cholera, typhoid, and dysentery. So these disease causing microbes are also present in the sewage, that is vibrio, cholera, salmonella, typhi, entamoeba. So these are also present in the means sewage. Okay, so in villages, what happens, the domestic sewage, in our previous lecture we have seen how the sewage in villages takes place. So in villages, domestic sewage is disposed of either in nearby soil or in biogas plant. So biogas plant, or how it works, we have seen in our previous lecture. So however, in cities, sewage needs to be carried to processing unit and acted upon by microbial processes. So in cities, there is a sewage treatment plant where this sewage is managed. Okay, so sewage is treated here, and uh, the, the sewage it is converted into useful, means it is not harmful. Okay, so how does this sewage management and how does this sewage treatment plant works, that we will see now. So in cities, there are two types of pipelines attached to every house. One is of clean and pure water for drinking purpose, for bathing, for washing, for everything where we need water. Okay, so second pipeline, it is of wastewater, means after bathing, the water which is released from that pipeline, it is a wastewater. It contains means soap and water. Okay, and dirt also with it. After washing the clothes also, the water becomes wastewater. Okay, so two types of pipelines are there in the uh, means in cities, every house has two types of pipelines. So after that, what happens, so these wastewater it is now it is released into the into a small pipe, then from small pipe to a big pipe. So the small pipe and big pipe both are commonly called as sewer, means they have the sewage with them, so they are called as sewers. So from the small pipeline it goes to the big pipeline. After that it goes to the sewerage. So this is the block, rectangular block where the sewerage is collected, and it comes from all the houses and it is collected in that sewerage. After that we will see how we produce uh, waste. Okay, so the produced waste, it is disposed through this sewerage by another pipeline. Okay, so the sewerage block, it disposes all the wastewater forwards to purify the water. So this is the diagrammatic presentation of how the sewage management takes place. It is a small means diagram. It is a very big complex means what we can say. It is a complex network of sewage management. But to understand and to make it easy, we are uh, taking small example. This can be a very big network of sewage treatment plant. Okay, so at sewage treatment plant, water undergoes treatment to get clean before it is released into a water body. So what happens? The sewage treatment plant, water undergoes to get clean. So from it is treated with every means it is treated from one block to another block to filter the water from the waste which it contains with it. Okay, so sewage treatment plant works like this. So first of all, various physical, chemical and biological processes are involved in the treatment of wastewater. So what happens whenever the sewerage block it disposes the sewage, what happens, the grit and sand removal tank, it removes the all grits uh, and all the sand which the water contains in it. So it is means settle down. Okay, so after that it goes to a big tank. So in the big tank what happens, whatever the remaining sand or whatever remaining sludge is there, it settles down. And after settling, what happens, the it means there is a anaerobic bacteria which decomposes, and the biogas is produced in this tank. And this biogas, it is uh, means generated here, and it is transferred to the electricity, means it is transferred as electricity. So here also we can produce biogas in cities in this way. So the all sewage wastewater, it can be transferred into biogas from all the houses from where it comes. Okay, so so these various physical and chemical biological processes are involved in the wastewater management. So the remaining sludge or the remaining sand, what it is done, it is made as a sand drying bed. And after that what happens, some microbes are added, or if they are they decompose the compounds in the sand. And what they make methanogen and acetanogen, and they destroy the pathogens present in the uh, means present in the soil or the sand present in it. And they kill all the microbes like Vibrio, cholera, Salmonella, typhi, and the disease causing bacteria, they are killed by these microbes. And the carbon compounds present in this methanogene, they are also converted into methane and carbon dioxide. So after that, this sand drying bed, the remaining sand, it is transferred into fertilizer. So the whole process, in this whole process we get, means we purify the water also, and the waste which came from all the houses, it is converted into fertilizer. So this activated sludge, after making it a sand drying bed, then it is converted into fertilizer. Okay, so then the remaining water, the water which is released after microbial treatment, is environmentally safe. So the water which is treated by this sewage treatment plant, it is very means environment friendly. So we can say that it can be released in the water bodies. So this clarified water, or this treated water, it is means treated, and then the after microbial treatment, the water, it is released in the environment, in the water bodies. Okay, so microbes are also used for bioremediation of environment polluted due to sewage. So the microbes are used for bioremediation of environment. So microbes which can means decompose any compound, as well as destroy the pathogens of cholera, typhoid, are mixed with sewage. So they release methane and carbon dioxide by decomposing of carbon compounds present in sewage, and phenol oxidizing bacteria decompose the xenobiotic chemicals present in sewage. So in this way, this sewage management takes place. So now in uh, now you can see that in cities, human beings, they are having very fast progress in technology. So humans being has made a very fast progress in technology. So however, environmental pollution, so however, we are using many technologies in our daily life, and we are making the environment polluted. So let us see the ways of control over air, soil, and water pollution with the help of microbes. So we are growing fast, but we have to also save our environment. So environmental pollution is also increasing with the same speed, and microbes lend a helping hand to the environment. So microbes have natural ability of decomposing the man-made chemicals, hydrocarbons, and other chemicals are transformed with the help of these abilities. So these type of microbes, they help human beings to clean the environment. So microbes have this natural ability of decomposing the man-made chemicals. and hydrocarbons and other chemicals are transported with the help of these abilities. So some microbes remove the sulfur from fuel. So some microbes, they have the ability to remove the sulfur from fuels. Means if the sulfur is released from the fuels, so the microbes, they means they help in removing that sulfur from the fuels. The microbes also help in removing copper, iron, uranium, and zinc, which is present in the cities or in the sewage plant. So these microbes can also help to remove that copper, iron, and uranium, zinc. Okay, so uh, these are converted into compounds before leaching with the help of thiobacilli and sulfobacilli. So you can see that uh, you may have seen news, or you may have came across any information that you have read in the news of dead fishes or oily water accumulating at the sea coast. So why does this happen? So you see, look in the picture. It is um, this is the oil spill in the ocean, and this is very hard to remove. It is very hard to remove this oil from this uh, water surface. Okay, so it is not easy to remove the oil layer from surface of water by mechanical method. Mechanical method means if we uh, bring any machine also, or we means humans can not means remove this oily surface from the ocean. So how do we means remove this oil layer? So the microbes, they help in removing this oil spill. Spilling of petroleum oil occurs in ocean due to various reasons. So this oil may prove fatal and toxic to aquatic organisms. So it is not easy to remove, and mechanical methods are also not in use. So bacteria like Pseudomonas species and Alcanorex borkumenis, they have the ability to destroy the pyridines and other chemicals. So hence these bacteria are used to clear the oil spills. So these are called as hydrocarbonoclastic bacteria, HCB. So these bacteria, they are called as hydrocarbonoclastic bacteria. Short form for it is HCB. So HCB, it decomposes the hydrocarbons and bring about the reaction of carbon with oxygen. CO2 and water is, CO2 means carbon dioxide, and water is formed in this process. So by making these microbes means by really, spreading these microbes in the oceans, we can clean the ocean, and we can remove the oil spill, oil layer, which is harmful for the aquatic animals present in the ocean. So next is plastic bottles are formed from the chemical substance called as PET. PET long form is polyethylene terephthalate polyester. So nowadays most of the urban garbage consists of plastic. So it has been observed that species like Vibrio, adenylosuccinase can decompose the PET, means polyethylene terephthalate polyester. So these microbes can decompose this plastic also. So similarly, species of fungi like Actinomycetes, Streptomyces, Nocardia, Actinoplanes, they have the ability of decomposing rubber from garbage. So we can decompose uh, rubber from the garbage with the help of these fungi called as Actinomycetes, Streptomyces, Nocardia, and Actinoplanes. So sulfuric acid is present in the acid rain and materials coming out of mines. So you know that erosion of metals present in the statues, bridges, and buildings occur due to it. So what happens when there is an acid rain? What happens? All the statues present in that area where this acid rain falls, what happens? These statues, bridges, and buildings, they get eroded. So erosion takes place of metals, and due to it, there is a harm to these monuments or bridges, buildings. Okay, so it is very harmful for means statues, bridges, and if it meaningful for each and every. So sulfuric acid is source of energy for some species of bacteria like Acidophyllum species and Acidobacillus pyroxene. So hence these bacteria can control the soil pollution occurring due to acid rain. So next we will see that water soluble salts of uranium that are present in the waste produced during electroplating and in effluent released in environment from the atomic energy plant. So the atomic energy plant, what they do, they release water soluble salts of uranium which are present in the waste during electroplating, and this is harmful for environment. So geobacter converts these salts of uranium into insoluble salts and thereby prevent those salts from mixing with groundwater sources. So uranium, it is highly radioactive. So if this uranium, it gets reacted with the soil, or if it gets reacted with any other material, so the radioactive rays of that uranium, what they can be harmful for the environment, for the whole environment, for animals, plants, and humans also, and for the whole means the whole living organisms present over in the on the earth. Okay, so the geobacter, this microbe, what it does, it converts these salts of uranium into insoluble salts and thereby prevent those salts from mixing with groundwater sources. So groundwater, it doesn't get radioactive, and it means due to that, what happens, uh, the environment gets, means environment is safe because of this microbe. Okay, so one more microbe, that is that microbes, they are useful for farming also. So you may have came across and you may have studied in that how rhizobium, yeast, and bacteria, uh, they are helpful. You have studied the lesson useful and harmful bacteria in your previous year in ninth standard. Okay, so that time you may have came across this bacteria called as rhizobium. So how this bacteria present in soil and root nodules is useful for leguminous plants. So the leguminous plants, they contain root nodules. So these root nodules, they means means they can't convert atmospheric nitrogen, and they can't produce the proteins which is required for the leguminous plant. So this rhizobium bacteria, what it does, it converts the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates, nitrites, and nit so this rhizobium, it converts it into a soluble material, and then these root nodules, they absorb these nitrates and they produce the protein. So this atmospheric nitrogen, it is converted into nitrates with the help of rhizobium, and these leguminous plants, they intake this atmospheric nitrogen, which is requirement of these leguminous plants. So some microbes containing inoculants are also produced by process of fermentation. So these inoculants, they are spread on seeds before sowing, and some of the inoculants, they are released in the plants. So microbial inoculants, they are spread on seeds before sowing, and some of the inoculants, they may be directly applied to the plants. So in the picture you can see that man is spraying the microbial inoculant on the in the field, and one person, he is spraying on the seeds. So in these two types, you can spray the microbial inoculants, and you can apply it on the plants. So microbes in the inoculant, what they do, they help in the plant growth by supplying nutrients. So these microbial inoculants, what they do, they improve the quality of vegetarian food. So these inoculants, which are sprayed on the seeds before sowing, and some of the inoculants, they are released into the plants, they help in supplying nutrients to the plant. So in this way, they improve the quality of vegetarian food. So solutions containing azotobacter and artificial nitrogenase it is used in organic farming. So the solution which contains azotobacter, it is used in the organic farming. So this helps in the to improve the quality of this uh, means the yield is good, because if we use azotobacter as an artificial nitrogenase. So soil pollution occurring due to chemicals is prevented due to use of pollution. So what happens? We make the soil polluted. The soil gets polluted, and when there is a rain, that polluted soil or the layer of that soil, it gets released from that layer and it mixes with the water bodies present nearby, and it makes the soil infertile, and the water bodies, they also get polluted. So due to pollution, the means pesticides and fertilizers, what they do, they harm the insects and the aquatic plants and aquatic animals present in the water bodies. So to prevent from this soil pollution and water pollution, we can use this um, means solutions of microbial inoculants. So by using it, what will happen? Soil pollution, which occurs due to chemical fertilizers, it can be prevented due to, and we can make less use of fertilizers. So fluoroacetamide like chemicals are mixed with soil due to use of chemical pesticides in agriculture. So fluoroacetamide like chemicals, they are mixed, they are mixed with soil. So after mixing it, what will happen due to it? Chemical pesticides in means they, if they are mixed, they can improve the fertility of the soil, and agriculture is benefited. So this proved to be harmful to other plants and animals, as well as cause skin diseases to humans. So if we use this type of fluoroacetamide like chemicals, what will happen? Can prove harmful to other plants and animals, as well as they can cause skin diseases to humans. So you can see patches on the skin of means human, and what the animals are also means they also can have some diseases, and in this way it can also harm the plants. So the plants are also harmed due to this fluoroacetamide. So this proves to be harmful, as well as cause skin diseases to human, destroyed with the help of microbes. So microbes what destroy this, and they increase the microbial means the microbial population present in the soil. So they can destroy these pesticides with, and we can help take help of these microbial inoculants. So bacterial and fungal toxins which can destroy pests can be directly integrated into plants with the help of biotechnology. So these bacterial and fungal toxins which can destroy the space can be directly integrated into plants with the help of biotechnology, means they can be added directly in the plant. So not, we don't have the need to spray any pest or any pesticide on the plant, or we don't have the need to add any inoculant to the seeds. can take the help of biotechnology and we can make the plants which are directly integrated to destroy the pest. Means no pesticide, no fertilizer, no any means any chemical it is required to protect the plant. The plant itself, it is made like that it can destroy the bacterial and fungal means space which on which when present on the plant they can destroy them biotechnology, it has helped to make these types of plants with the help of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. So so being toxic to insects, they do not consume that plants. And similar to bacteria, some species of fungi and viruses are useful as pesticides. The pesticide known as spinosad, a byproduct of fermentation, is a biopesticide. So um, this means this bacteria can help to prevent from the pathogens which destroy the plant. So here you can see plastic is used for storing garbage in biodegradable polyacid used for storing the garbage and acid. So such material should be because there be so
Shilpa ma'am, you there? Hello?
Hello. Hello, Shilpa ma'am.
Hello.
Shilpa ma'am.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes, yes,
Your
Yes,
session
I-
is over?
yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. I will
Okay,
share
sir.
the last PPT.
Ha.
Yes.
Shall I wind up the lecture?
No, wait, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Sir,
yes,
wait
sir.
a minute. Wait a minute.
Shall I end the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Stop the recording.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you, Shilpa ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, teacher.